Hello, friends. Dr. Caroline Carpenter back again, and today is Lionsgate 2024 8/8. About to have our second gathering of the Amygdala Reset 6-week accelerator. So it's a beautiful, magical day. But I wanted to hop on and talk creating your own economy. This has been on my heart for a little bit because for the longest time, I looked outside of myself for everything. And creating your own economy is a lot like creating your own healthy, wholesome, connected relationship with self. So money is made up, right? It is this invisible thing, unless it's the paper backed by gold or silver. But still, it's just this agreed upon thing that we trade back and forth. Now there's Bitcoin and crypto and all that other stuff. But really, all money is, or Bitcoin or crypto is an agreed upon value exchange system, a step or two above the barter system. And the reason this came into being is after villages got so big that people traveled outside of villages, we didn't have anything to barter for anymore. So instead of food and clothing and whatnot, now we have money to be able to cash in on the value that we bring and spend where we want. So creating your own economy, surprise, surprise, starts within with your own self-worth and your own value. And there's a few pointers I want to give to you on how to start creating your own economy. And this is the thing that most people try to avoid because it can be uncomfortable. So I'm going to give you a little backstory here. You are full of electricity. That is the one difference between you and the corpse version of you, is the electricity that houses your soul and that keeps all of the impulses going, the communication between the cells and other cells, your brain to your body to the universe. It is electrical communication. You are a high technology piece of equipment that is adapting faster than science can understand. And you'll continue to adapt faster than science can understand. So creating your own economy is the smartest thing you can do. And here's how you start. Stop buying into everyone else's economy. Number one. Even if it's a supportive economy, one that's empowering and whatnot, stop for a minute. Stop watching the news. Stop listening to everyone else. Tune into you. Now, here's a few things that happen. When you tune into you, if you have been reliant on everyone else's economical rules, everyone else's relationship rules, everyone else's rules of how you get your self-worth, this is going to be uncomfortable. And you're going to feel what the electricity does in your body when you tune into self. Here's a few things that happen that people generally like to avoid by looking at everyone else's economy and accepting the external economy and the news and the media as what is. You may start to feel restless. You may start to feel anxious. You may start to feel overwhelmed. You may be overwhelmed by your own company. And what this is, and this can lead to anxiety and overthinking and depression and all those things. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a doctor of chiropractic. I've seen all these things play out in people. And when what I did for a living for 15 years only worked so much so far, I started going deeper to the energetic root. Check out Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Dean Radin, and David Hawkins for some of this information. Amazing people doing amazing work. David Hawkins' map of consciousness is profound. Joe Dispenza makes it really easy to understand. Bruce Lipton did the Human Genome Project back in like 2011 when I was in chiropractic school. Anyway, these symptoms that happen in the body as a result of energy that has nowhere to go is how your economy gets so chaotic inside. If you don't have rules for your own energy to follow, if you didn't make your own rules or you didn't learn the right ones for you from the beginning, that's 0 to 7. Your economy is going to be based on the economy of those around you from 0 to 7, caregivers. So whatever economy they followed is the economy that you and your body by default will follow, unless you go through the protocol to fix it. And the protocol is simple. Stop buying into everyone else's. But a few things happen here. Anxiety, overwhelm, depression, internal chaos, overthinking, panic. Panic attacks may happen. This is no longer accepting everyone else's economy and truth as your own and tuning into what's really going on in here. And it can be overwhelming. There may be a backlog of energy that has nowhere to go, and you're going to feel it all. Here's the thing, that energy turns to currency. You're 90% water. Most people's money or economy problems are water conflicts. And I didn't really understand this until recently about the water conflict in the body. You see, my husband talks about it all the time. I'm going to call him a recovered alcoholic. He would call himself a recovering alcoholic. He's been sober for, I think, almost 3 years now. Go Trent. But you see, we're made like between 75 and 90% water, depending on how hydrated you are and what source you look into. So the only way water flows is in a current. If it is stagnant, it turns into a nasty pond that grows mosquitoes that nobody wants to go around. When it's healthy, it's flowing in a current. Well, what is electricity? Currency. And what conducts electricity really quickly? Water. If you've got a water conflict, your internal economy is probably not on point. And your energy is going to go all over the place unless you have something external to tell you what to do. This is where the deep unconscious work happens at the cellular memory to restore your economy to your natural, God-given, universal right. Now, there are rules to follow. There are external rules to follow. But the first thing you got to do is clear that internal programming that ain't working. And the fastest way to figure out what that programming is to stop tuning into everyone else's economy and rules and listen to what's happening in here. And the more chaotic and the more scary it is, that is an indication that your energy and your current is not flowing efficiently or doesn't know where to go. So money can't flow to you if your internal economy is all jacked up, because it's chaos. Or it may fly to you and fly right back out, or it may come to you and then who knows where it went, scattered to the wind. No rules to follow. Crazy chaos. So tuning into what's happening in here, stopping watching the news, stopping listening to everyone else's economy, stop looking at what's going on in the world, stop looking at the Dow Jones 500 or the S&P 500 or whatever, and tune into this economy, because that's going to be the basis of what happens to you in life. Everything external is a reflection of what's happening in here. And it might not feel good, but if you're willing to feel it, now you got a baseline. And I help soul-aligned women reformulate their internal economy to create their own economy. And the cool thing is, the same thing that applies to a money economy is going to apply to relationships and health. It is all connected. I've got an event coming up. The first one's going to be on relationships. I do have a replay available. If you're like, how does all this work together? I got one for you. It's called Who's Hijacked Your Amygdala. If you would like it, please send me a message. Find me on Facebook. It's Dr. Caroline Carpenter. Or put me a message here. I'll send you the replay. And if you're like, I need to know more, I'll even let you book a call. I usually save those. It's a secret. Shh. They're usually only available at my event. So, I've got an event coming up. Let me know if you want in. There will be no replays on that one. I do have a replay available, and I would love to have you at my next event. And if you're like, I gotta know more, I'll even gift you a call as a thank you for watching. Because, in my opinion, when soul-aligned women and soul-aligned women entrepreneurs create their own economy from pure connection, the world changes for the better. Okay, love you all. Happy Lionsgate.